Now, positioning a strategy, very briefly, we discussed segmentation. We discussed how we are, what are the demand generators, what is the demand, and also how to forecast the demand, because that's the most important part of revenue management. Okay. Then we are doing a competition set. So we discussed who are your competitors. So how you know who are your competitors? Not everybody is your competitor, right? So the competitors are which has the same product as what you are offering. Same size room, same looking room, same services. So these are the same amenities. So these are your competitors, right? If they have the same product. If they have almost the same price, not exactly, but almost the same price range. So you are playing by the price range, not by the price itself. So maybe you are charging between $100 to $120. So it's a price range. So if the hotels are having the same product and they fall in the same bracket, then they are your competitors, and they are near location, like Melia and Chidura, right? So they are competitors to each other because they have almost a similar product, similar services, similar structure, similar number of rooms also, right? Right, Mishia? Melia is your competitor, right? Definitely, right. There's, huh? Very near, just opposite. So is everything, whatever unique selling point they have, they also have it. They can just copy paste the same thing. They also have access to Myanmar Plaza, even better. They can walk inside. They have to cross the road. They don't have to. So it's USP. Nah? They can also look at the lake, same distance also. Same distance from the airport also. Same number of rooms, almost the same banquet facilities. So it's different. And then the mix, what business they are targeting. So if they are also targeting corporate, they are also targeting corporate, then definitely they are competitors, right? But if let's say Sedona is trying different for this wing, the older wing, they are targeting the leisure only, not the business travelers. So this wing and that another wing will have different competition concept, right? So their new wing will compete with the media, but this wing will compete maybe with the India Lake. So these are different competitions. So, but for their financial reports, they cannot do different for each. Maybe they can. Correct? You can. You are tracking separately for this wing and another wing. Profitability. That's good. Man. That's smart. So the competitions are identified by these four factors, right? Price, product, services, location, and the target market. So if they are same, they are competitors. So it's important to understand your competition because you want to keep an eye on what your competitor is doing. They shouldn't be advanced than you to take the market. Otherwise, you lose. So these are the steps in identifying the concept. What are the steps? Very briefly, yeah? So research your potential customers. Who are your customers? So you need to do a little bit of research on them based on their website. You can go and visit them. You can evaluate their properties. You can gather the rate and availability information all the time. So there are nowadays services like STR who give those kind of information, or you can call them. Nowadays, the GM secretary also have an additional task: call all other hotels and ask the information, even though not correct, but there is some kind of data, right? And then the step two is conduct a competition analysis. What are the strength of your concept? What are the weaknesses of your concept? And what are the strength and weaknesses of your product compared to them? Then you are doing a SWOT analysis, correct? And then finally, you are doing analyze the competitions using the key matrices like ADR, occupancy, RevPAR. Those are the matrices normally you want to understand your competitor, how they are performing and how you are performing, and also their score, TripAdvisor score, very important one. It can be fake also, huh? And also your present your analysis and recommendations to your sales and marketing or GM. Or this is for revenue managers. What they are doing, what they are supposed to do when they are opening a new hotel, they are identifying a new customer. Or whenever there is a new hotel opening up, so the revenue managers normally has to see are they our competitor or not. Right? Just only looking from outside by name only or by the brand, it doesn't say that they are competitor or they are not competitor. They can be offering entirely different product or they may be in different locations. So, like Bindham is maybe is not your competitor, right? Because they are different location, but same lake, almost different. Even though different lake, but the same product, same style, correct? But different from in the location. So different USPs. I don't know they are the competitors or not yet. I come from fortunately I in Myanmar I'm coming from a very different product. I'm selling a very different product than the city hotels. So I don't know nowadays who are their competitors. But when I was in Shangri-La, the Shangri-La was competing with everyone except Vindham. Vindham was not there that time. Of course, if Shangri-La is your competitor, then Vindham will be your competitor also. It's the same all in the middle of them, right? But there is a new hotel like Rosewood. Rosewood will not be in competition with almost many of the hotels, except like maybe Belmont or other hotels which are offering the similar like Strand. But what when I spoke to the someone in Strand, they say, oh, Rosewood is not our competitor because Rosewood is too high. So probably Rosewood has no competition here. Maybe they are representing themselves in a very special market to a very special market, right? So it's different. So that's how the positioning also comes into effect. You just eliminate your competition, but you need to see there is a demand for that or not. Is there any market in for that price point in Yangon or not? Maybe they will be empty for 2 years because nobody will pay like $1,000 a night. So it depends on the competition. So these are all only on the competition. How to analyze your competition. So what is the SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is to analyze your strength, opportunity, you know it, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. But you need to analyze it from two factors, internal factors and external factors. So there are internal threats, internal opportunities, and external opportunities, right? They are both favorable and unfavorable. So opportunities and threats. So what are the strengths? Strength means internal strengths are which are helpful attributes which are helpful for us. For example, like we have a largest banquet facilities. So that's an attribute which is in our favor compared to your competition. So it's not about the USP of your hotel. Forget about USP. Focus on what is the benefit of this hotel compared to your competition. Right? So this is what you need to understand. Then but what are the unfavorable one? Attribute features not favorable to you compared to the competition. Maybe they have a better reputation score rather than you, or maybe they have a better meeting facilities. Maybe they have a new refurbished rooms. So it's not one time; it's changing. If even if there is any renovation in your hotel or in other hotels, the SWOT analysis will change. So it's not like a one-time document which you make and put in your drawer. It needs to be continuously on your table till the time there is a change in the market, and change is always. There is a new competitor, there is a new refurbishment, there are new facilities, there are new restaurants. So it's continue, and it's not only for the rooms, it's also for your outlets. If let's say the hotel want to position their outlet to outsiders, then it definitely you need to do it for banquet facilities, you need to do it for your restaurants, what are the features compared to your competition. So normally the restaurants also you need to have a competition analysis, not only for the hotel as a whole, but because you are maximizing the profit from the banqueting also, from the restaurant also, correct? Even the spa. So you need to find out the competition for each and every profit center, whatever you want to maximize. Then external factors means the competition is offering lower rates. So these are the threats, right? So and then the favorable factors can be your there's a new like maybe the airport is coming next to you, or new corporate office is moving near your office, or you don't have any traffic light anymore because you got a flyover. So they are always changing, right? The external factors can change. So it depends on what are the current market situation. That is why I said the SWOT analysis is never a fixed document. It's always evolving, it's always changing. Because city change, especially like Yangon when it's changing very fast. So now there is a new river taxi. So whoever hotel was near the river taxi, they get benefit, right? Because their access to the hotel is easier. Okay. So while you are doing the SWOT analysis, please you need to analyze internal and external factors and also develop the strategies how to improve your positioning. So it's not that if the hotel is already built, you really can't do anything much, but you can always try to find new opportunities or new strengths in your hotel, or you can do a little bit of renovation, or you can propose the new things based on the ROI calculation. Say, okay, Mr. FC, these are our weaknesses. If we spend this much of money, this is going to be the benefit of our hotel and how much extra money I can generate based on the competition analysis. Should we do a renovation? So normally renovation plans, big renovation plans are done through the SWOT analysis. Sometimes they are owner's dictation, which you cannot do anything. They don't do the SWOT analysis, they just go by emotions. But reasonable ones, they come through the SWOT analysis. So you need to be able to support your decisions of to invest new money or invest new decisions based on your strength and weaknesses against your competitor. How much extra money you can generate. Okay. That was on the competition. So we understood why the competition is important, how to analyze, how to assess your competitors, who are your competitors, and how to understand the strength and weaknesses against your competitors, right? Now we are going to understand how we do the pricing. So how you do the pricing normally? Is it the cost a base for pricing? Do you think you are doing the pricing based on your cost? For products, it's okay. But service, you're not doing the pricing based on your cost, right? Because to serve the guest, you don't really have to pay anything extra. So you cannot use the costing as a basis. So how you do the pricing? So you do the pricing based on demand and supply. What is the demand in the hotel and what is the demand for this particular product and how much is the supply? If there are 10,000 rooms in the hotel in the city, then there is a oversupply. So if the supply is over the demand, then it's very hard to charge a higher price. But if the demand is higher than the supply, then you can command a higher price. Then it depends on the second factor, which is on the competition. How much competition is charging, and what kind of features they are doing compared to you. So you need to compare the comparability. The competition here refers to our previous slide, where it has to be similar. So if competition is charging $100, so and your product is definitely a little bit slightly different. So you need to do a plus minus. Okay, the competition price is $100. I have this favorable factor. How much extra I can charge for this? For example, let's say these two compare between these two hotels. Their room probably the Sedona rooms are, let's say, bigger compared to compared to Melia. So if $100 they are charging, how much you can charge for that extra space? But it depends on the guest ability to pay. Is the guest willing to pay for that extra space or not? If the value perception for this extra space is nothing for guests, so you cannot charge anything extra, right? So you need to think from the guest point of view, not from the hotel point of view. Hotel, of course, want to charge extra because my room is bigger. They are serving 40 square meter. I'm giving 43, so I'm 3 square meter higher, 10%. I will charge $110. But is it the guest have any impact from this 3 square meter? If the guest doesn't see any difference, then he will not pay anything extra, right? So you will lose. So you don't need to charge anything extra. But let's say they are providing laundry included in the room. Melia is not, so you can charge extra. The other services, what kind of other services? Better services Sedona is providing compared to Melia, so they can charge extra price. But depend on the guest perception, not from the hotel perception. And then you need to see what are the weaknesses. Also, to be fair, Saila, what are the weaknesses? How much the guest will think it should be minus from the pricing. So you will come up to a optimal price. Okay, if the competition is charging 100 based on their product, how much I should be charging? So that is your baseline pricing. Then you need to follow the third factor, which is on your sensitivity. So how much price I should reduce to generate higher demand? If you can reduce the price by 10%, can you get higher demand by another 10%? But if you reduce, so that is called price sensitivity, price elasticity. It depends for each segment separately. So you need to identify price sensitivity for each segment, not for the general public. So you cannot do that in any way. And also it depends on the seasonal factors, it depends on the political factors, it depends on the loyalty, it depends on the value perception. So it depends on many factors. So the price sensitivity, the competition and the demand and supply defines the pricing strategy of the hotel. So then you will apply, then finally you will come up at your optimal pricing. So that is your pricing decision. That's why the hotels normally have different price levels. based on the demand, based on the competition, based on the time, based on the events. So there are different pricing strategies for selling the hotel. Okay, clear? Huh? Then these are the pricing factors that normally we follow in the hotels. We already discussed competition pricing. Then you have business mix, you have market factors. So and also the appropriate price. Appropriate price means compare with your market, compare with your competitor. How much price you should be charging, how much price competitor is charging. And then this is the on the occupancy levels also. It depends on the occupancy. If the occupancy levels are very low, then you cannot charge a very high price because then you may not get the rooms occupied. And also the supply and demand. So if they even if you don't have the demand at the moment, but the demand is there in the city, then you don't need to reduce the price to get the demand. You can still use your same prices. You just need to do a little bit of marketing to get those kind of demand, right? Or you need to propose your USP then that okay, what are the benefits, unique benefits that you are offering compared to the other competitors. But you don't need to reduce the price because there is a demand in the market already. You are not getting that demand because there are maybe other factors. Okay? But when you are doing the pricing, always follow the previous line, 3 pillars. Okay. Now, once we do the pricing, but there are a few things when we are discussing about the pricing concept. So there are few concepts that I want to highlight. Means restrictions. There are pricing dangers. So in restrictions, you create price fences and you create yield tech. There are some yield techniques. And then there is a pricing dangers called cannibalization and dilution, means discounts. So which we are going to discuss now in the 2 slides. One is for restriction, another one is for the price dangers. Okay, so what are restrictions? What are fencing? Fencing means you are guarding your pricing by some things, right? Fencing is means you are is shown to the guest. If you want to get this price, you need to follow something. You need to be able to qualify for this price. For example, 10% discount, like early bird discount, 10%. Buy one, get one free. So you need to buy another one first to get another discount on the 50%. Then you have some special offer. Special offer because you are always fencing the price by doing some conditions. You may have to buy in advance. It's not non-refundable. Normally you have like buy one get one. You need to stay 3 nights to get the fourth night for free. So these are the restrictions. And then there are member offers. Like it's only available to your members only. So it's not available. The guest can see there is an offer, but they cannot use it. So it's called fencing, right? You can see the fence, but you cannot cross it. Only the people who have the key or who are eligible to cross that fence then can cross. So these are the things which the guests see or like advance purchase. So these are the things which the guests can see, but they cannot cross it. It's called fences. There are other things which are the guest cannot see. So these are called yield techniques. So yield technique means you are applying like minimum length of stay. You need to stay minimum 3 nights to be available to be available for this price, or you need to buy some other way like maybe like minimum consumption or compulsory dinner. Those are yield techniques. Those are not restrictions. Those are not fences because the guest doesn't see them. If they are coming, they will have to use it, like compulsory dinner or minimum length of stay. So they are the minimum length. So here is the example of how we do the minimum length of stay. For example, like you are busy on only one day, on Wednesday only. So on Wednesday, you apply a minimum length of stay. So if somebody is booking on Wednesday, they either have to stay on Thursday also, Saturday, Friday also, or Saturday also, or these are the previous one like the previous days also if you want to stay, but you have to stay until Wednesday. So they are minimum length of stay. So you are applying especially for your peak nights, and the previous nights are not busy. So you apply minimum length so that you can maximize your occupancy for other days also, which is not really full at the moment. Okay, so these are yield techniques. The guest doesn't see them really, but they help to increase the profitability of the hotel. Then there are price dangers. So price dangers means There are two terms that we discussed. One was cannibalization. So what is cannibalization? Cannibalization literally means you are cannibalizing. Cannibalizing means just kill, right? Clean up. Like you are cannibalizing the worms completely out of the earth. So it's like killing people. So it literally means that in revenue management, it literally means that it means that there are other products in the market which are killing your market, which are eating your share by some kind of new offerings, some kind of new product. Maybe there's a new product in the market which is coming and right eating your market. So that is called cannibalization. So you need to be able to fence that off or be able to predict in advance. These are external things, external factors, right? And then there are dilutions. Means you are keep on doing discounts. The guest nowadays doesn't want to pay you the full price anyway because you continue to do the discount. So the guests are waiting for you to launch an offer. For example, like in retail prices, you sometimes may be hearing buy one get one special offer like 80% discount throughout the year. So the guests will never buy it under full price because they know they will launch a discount offer in coming months. Like Air Asia, I never buy on full price unless I am in the emergency that okay I have to fly, no choice. Otherwise, I will wait for their offer. The like $90 offer or $10 offer, $5 offer, because they say okay, you can book now, fly next year. So Air Asia maybe mostly, but the benefit is they get the money now for next year. So they are actually doing a cash flow. So there are different techniques. The hotels also sometimes they do the discount like advance purchase, especially on the Agoda or Expedia. You are always doing the discounts. So people never want to buy a full price. If you continue to do that too much, then they will always wait for the next discount. They will wait if they can wait. Okay. Now, these were the pricing factors. How to decide the price?